Hi everyone, it's Carrie again with my friends call me Martha, and yes, I got that nickname after Martha Stewart because of how much I'm in my kitchen and in my craft room. So here is day 2 of my series of tags and cards, and we are going to be using the Stylish Shapes dies, and I'm actually going to be using 2 different size circles from this pack, and I'm going to be using the Christmas to Remember sentiment stamp set. This is actually a returning one from last year, so many of you may probably already have this one. It's one of the ones that I definitely am going to hold on to, even if it is officially retired. But it's in the annual catalog, and I just love the font. So this is what attracted me. This is also the coordinating stamp set that goes with it, called Christmas Season, and this is more of like your traditional greeneries. So if you are not already working with a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, this is my October host code if you'd like to order any of the products that I'm using today. I can definitely help you find those. All right, so today we're actually going to be making a tag that goes on this little jar. So these little jars I find at Dollar Tree, and they were a huge hit last year at a craft fair. So I'm kind of doing them a little. They have the buffalo check lid. They sometimes have red, silver, gold. They had one last year with little candy canes on it, which was super cute. So I haven't seen the Christmas ones out yet at the one near me, but so yeah, these are $1. They're great. Sorry, it's going to be wicked noisy while I tear that off. They're great little gifts for maybe, like, I don't know, the bus driver, the teachers. The problem is you can't fit a gift card in. That's what I did try. I tried to put a gift card in and then surround it with candy. So only cash works. But these are super cute. Or like I said, if you work in a big office but you just want to give somebody a little bit something, these are great. And then they can use them for whatever else. I kind of have a couple around the house that have like random pieces of candy in it that I like to have around. So, because you just sometimes need that sweet treat. So, like I said, I used the circles from this. So we're going to start with making a tag. And I had this one left over, so this is just kind of like a backup if I mess this up. And the first thing we're going to do is actually use a snowflake. Now these snowflakes are already like die cut for you. They are called the Wonderful Snowflakes, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but they're very delicate. And they are like iridescent. So I'm going to take 2 because I know I'm going to use 2. So they're great to just add a little bit something extra to your projects. And what is also awesome about them is that the center, actually I'm having a hard time seeing what is the shiny side. That's the shiny side. This is the back. Is that Stampin' Up! Dimensionals literally fit exactly into the center. Like, I can't even believe that they thought that much in advance when creating something like this. And I'm just going to put this in the center. And I am going to be using a hole punch. This one, it's not like a pin drop, but it's also not like the notebook size one, you know, for like a regular binder. I don't know what size it is, so I apologize that I don't have that. I've had this forever. You can usually find these at like a Michael's or Joann's. Any of those stores have it. Okay, so that is that, and then I am using the Elegant Trim, which it comes with gold and silver. I'm using the silver because I just think silver looks better with black and white. Okay, and then we are going to now do our stamping. So I am using the 'Tis the Season from, like I said, the Christmas to Remember. Right here, 'Tis the Season. Doesn't matter if I get it straight or not, because I am just going to fussy cut it. I believe there's a die that cuts this out, but it's a rectangle and it's easy enough to cut. And like I said in my other video, if I learned how to edit videos, I could fast forward or make this part go really fast, but I just don't know how to do that yet. I was hoping my kids would learn how to do it and then just like do it for me. I feel like they would be like good at something like this. And then for this, I'm just going to use, you could use liquid glue. I'm just using my tape runner. And I'm sticking that on there. And then I am going to use my buffalo check ribbon, which I don't know if you guys know this, but you can actually color the ribbon with our alcohol blend markers and make it like whatever color you want. Oh, it's weird that it was folded. And I'm just going to tie a little bow. Oh my goodness. I do this every time I'm on a video. You could even use this ribbon to tie around your jar. I just chose to use the silver. I like it because it kind of like disappears. All right, and then I need some mini glue dots. You know what, I'm just gonna roll this. So this is like the medium size one, but if you just kind of like roll it up with your finger. And stick it on here. And then you always want to cut your string. I would make one and then kind of like, now you know like how much you need, like this is the perfect length. I would measure this and then cut a bunch of them. Like if you needed to do like 10 of these, I would cut the string ahead of time. And then I just cut these off kind of like really short. And there you are. Now I am going to try to make a card using that same sort of layout. So actually, let's get our stamping done while the ink pad is still open. I should have had this closed because you know I could have very easily dropped something in there. Okay, again, I'm just going to quickly cut this out. Like I said, I try to leave a white border around when I'm fussy cutting things, but it's sometimes harder. Okay, now we gotta see which is the shiny. I guess the back side that is more dull. Like it feels rougher. Okay, and then what I did for this is I actually cut a larger circle since I was going to be using this on a card. And honestly, you know why I did that? Because I could cut the two circles at the same time, so it was only one time through the die cutting machine. You see, I'm kind of lazy. Told you, I'm the lazy stamper. Okay, now for turning this into a card, I'm totally trying to be new and different and use colors that I normally wouldn't use at Christmas time. Okay, let's put this on here. And we got to make our little bow. So this card base is polished pink, and it is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. So your standard size. And then the patterned paper is actually, it's from a Hostess pack. So not that I want to encourage you to spend as much as you need to get to the Hostess level, but that's what I did. And it comes with, I'll show you guys. Where did I put it? It's huge. It's called Celebrate Everything, and it's got 48 sheets of 12 by 12 paper. And I haven't even like started using it. This black and white trees one is really pretty. So it's got some solids, some printed, Halloween. This one is kind of cool because I feel like you could use it for Christmas, but you could also use it for any time of year. Fall, like a New Year's or birthday, a non-traditional rainbow, some big stripes, and polka dots. So like it has a little bit of everything. So I'm loving this and I'm starting to use it more. So I'm gonna just oh, you know what I thought about doing? Let's see, instead of a bow, I'm gonna try doing, so I do this with, when I want to put ribbon around paper, I cut a piece that goes across the front and then just tucks around the back. So this I feel like is a great money saving technique. And then I just use Scotch tape to hold it on. I know some people do the piece of ribbon and then they try to tie a knot and all that. I find this easier, and then you're saving that amount of ribbon, which is about 3.5 inches. So not a lot, but every little bit helps. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere this down. I'm struggling today with the tape runner. Okay, and then I did cut a piece of vellum, which I think I'm going to put under there. So again, I'm going to be strategic as to where I put vellum, because you can see adhesive through it. If I go right in the middle, and then I'm going to use dimensionals. And this is like a bigger circle, so most circles I do like 3 dimensionals, but this one I'm going to use 4. Oh, and the piece of vellum I actually cut out using, I'm all over the place today. I used a square from this, and this honestly is probably the first time I've used the squares that are part of that set. So again, mint macaron might not be one of the colors in here, but I feel like it goes, and I didn't want to do like hot pink again, but any of the greens would really look nice, and even red, although I wouldn't do red if I was doing a pink card base. So there you have it. And if you want to dress this up just a little bit, if you want to add a little bit more, you could do a bow, or you just tie a knot and it just adds a little something. You could also add some sequins or any of the rhinestones we have. I'm gonna get, just be careful when you're cutting that you don't cut the knot. I've done that. So there you go. So you could have like a card and a gift that match. Now, if you brought this and gave this to somebody, don't you think they're going to think you're Martha Stewart? You'll be just like me. So thank you again for tuning in to day 2. Stay tuned. Tomorrow will be day 3 that we'll post. And again, I'll be doing a different set each day. So thank you again. Please subscribe, like my video, comment on my video, do all of the things. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks again. Take care.